Hello, welcome back. Last time I left you, I just got 3 new tasks, and we are about to hit those tasks up. One was to connect Brisbane. Let's take a look real fast. Connect Brisbane and Melbourne, connect Adelaide and Melbourne, and establish 5 more towns. So it's 1860 now. We have till 1885, so actually we have a lot of time. One thing I wanted to do, since the town Orange is now made, I just wanted to double check, um, make sure I remove those trains because the town is now pretty full of, of commodities, so it won't ask for any more commodities, and I don't want to train a locomotive just blocking up the track. So I'll delete that for now. Later I might add it back in. So now I do see there's a couple of connection bonuses here and here. Um, I'm probably going to go ahead and add those in. Let's see, this one is 1862, so I got some time on that. This one is December 1860, so I probably want to go ahead and get that one hooked up. Let's do that. No reason to not get the money for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll just do it like this. All right, so we got the connection bonus there, and we could even add an industry there if I wanted to, but I think for the time being I will not. Where was the other one? Down here, Newcastle. So let's go ahead and get Newcastle fixed up as well. Make it kind of parallel to the other track. Just like that. Get that bonus. Then I can worry about but I'm also going to hook it up on the other side. All right, I'm not going to do any trains just yet. Well, I don't know. I might as well do some passenger trains. It's not going to hurt. But it is going to be a freight. And we'll do Sydney to Newcastle. And then Newcastle to Sydney. I pushed the button too fast. Alright, let's try this again. Newcastle. We'll send it up to Port Macquarie. And then we'll do another one. Port Macquarie to Newcastle. And then I think I'm going to hook up Port Macquarie here. That way we can send it up to oh, that's already got it. So we can send that up to Armadale. That way they'll be able to exchange passengers and mail as well as any freight. Maybe Armadale can get rid of some of that rum it's making. Alright, so now we can focus on Brisbane and Adelaide. Now, Brisbane and I know is right up here. I don't know if we have access. Yeah, so we don't have access to that territory yet. It's 950,000. I have 1.3 million, so I'm going to go ahead and buy access to the area. Let's go ahead and get Brisbane hooked up. And then I'm probably going to run it right along the coast here. Let's see. That is some expensive. It doesn't help me really that much, does it? But you know, I'll make that up in no time, so I'll go ahead and leave that as is. Let's make some money in the meantime. Just looking around to see if there's anywhere I should be adding a supply tower that might be needed. You know, I could exchange Orange and Sydney. I could also establish another town. I also have Wollongong here. I don't know, do I have access? Yeah, I do have access to that, so I could put a city here, and then it could exchange with Sydney. But I think before I do that, I'll wait so I can get Brisbane hooked up. I'm going to focus on the tasks to get those finished for the time being, because I do like to get the tasks done as soon as possible. Then if I have new tasks, sometimes you get tasks that are a little more difficult to meet. So I want to make sure I give myself plenty of time. So even though I have plenty of time to get these 3 done, I want to make sure that in case the next set of tasks are even more difficult, I want to make sure I don't mess that up. All right, so 669. Let's see if there's there might be a bond available. Nope, there's not. So I'm just going to increase the speed to make some money. If I had some wool around, I would probably try to add a clothing to Armadale, but I don't really have that available just yet, so and then Adelaide is way over here, so we're going to have to eventually get access to this territory as well. And this territory is $1 million, so it's going to be a while for that. But let's get Brisbane hooked up first, then we'll get Adelaide, then we shall work on the rest of that. So let's see, do we have enough now? Yes, we do.
The connection to the north is complete. Very good.
All right, let's hook up the second one. All right, that needs 352. It'll be a while before we get that, but I got it on high speed, so. Those trains are coming in fast. I'm not sure which. Let's go Newcastle. Oh, there's not a supply tower. Let's throw a supply tower in there. All right. What was it? 352. I always forget how much it cost me. Now they're making beer up here as well. I think they were making beer down here in Port McCary. So, oh, there looks like there's a connection bonus. There is a connect. Oh no, that's a bonus for new industry. There's not really any resources around. I hate to build new industry when I don't have resources available. It's almost a waste to do so unless I could draw out the resources, but I really don't even see any resources around. Unless I could get this wood, I could bring that wood up and make lumber in Wollongong, but I would need to open up that wood. Alright, let's get this done. Throw that in there. Alright, let's do a couple of trains just for the fun of it. Between Port McCracky and Brisbane. You know what? I'm going to actually make this a passenger and mail only train. And I'm also going to give it an express train. I'm going to change it to the Rogers American. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Rogers American, we'll do Brisbane. It's a long distance, and they're basically both making beer, so they're not going to exchange freight anyway, so I'll make them passenger and mail only. They tend to make a little bit more money, so... Alright. So we've got that done. You know, before I start doing that, I kind of want to get this territory connected first. And again, I need $1 million to get there, so let's wait that out. But you know, having that, let's see, 313, if I were to build a sawmill, it would really only cost me about 70,000, and I do have the wood nearby. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take it just for the heck of it, because I will get most of that money back anyway. So I'm going to do it. I'll worry about getting the wood to it later, but for the time being, I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so now let's just keep making money so we can get to Adelaide. I am gonna look at the research to see what I can work on. Now that's a freight, but that was a freight. I like the consolidation be better. It's not a whole lot of difference, but there is some slight difference. Let's get that. Yeah, I like the decapod better. So I'm only doing these so that it opens up the rest of these. Now that's mixed. That's an express, so that express would be nice, but really only for that express train. I only like to do express when it's strictly passenger and mail only. Otherwise, it's just a waste of money, because express trains just don't carry freight worth a darn. And then I'll have that same situation where they're all super slowed down. Now, I suppose while I wait on that money, I could go ahead and use the unlock the settlement and do it right here, because that would open up that sugar. I could then start sending that sugar to all kinds of cities. I could also do this one up here. Let's see, This one. Is there any wool I could open up? That would actually be the ideal situation. Let's take a look. Now there's gold up here too. Oh, there's wool here. Ah. Now see, that actually does open up some options. It gives me the wool. There's wood nearby, there's gold nearby. This fruit is over here. The wine is nearby. Wheat is nearby. That actually would be a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and establish that settlement. I'm not going to work on it just yet. I mean, we definitely have time, but that'll be one of them that I work on. I especially like the fact that there's gold right here. I'm going to send it through Orange right over to this warehouse, which means I'm going to connect up this warehouse. To this line. Maybe I am. Oh, why did that like that? Sometimes it acts goofy like that. Let's try it again. Let's do it from that end first. See if that helps. Alright, that worked. Since gold is pretty much just, I can deliver as much as I can, I might as well send as many train loads down to Warehouse 3 as possible. Because, let's see, what is this gold? How's this gold? Now see, this gold is actually just sitting there waiting. Because I'm not getting them out fast enough. I am a little hesitant to put too many trains on that track because I don't want it to just be completely full, but I think I am going to put a fourth one on there. Maybe a fifth one too. Why not? Might as well deliver as much gold as we can, right? Alright. I know I'm waiting on that other one, but I'm going to go ahead and get this hooked up now. It can start making us money while we're waiting on Adelaide. I'm going to run it right through the Orange train station. And I'm debating if I want to. I think what I'll do is run it up like that. So I'm just going to take one single track. Alright. That's a warehouse. Is that right? Yep. Okay. And I'll add a second train. And I think I'll even add a third one just for the heck of it, just so that it can start drawing it out. Alright, I still want to wait so that I can connect to Adelaide and start some transport between Adelaide and probably Ballarat or possibly Bendigo, which is right there. I could move that right over across here. Although really, Adelaide only needs to be I'm going to look around here. It doesn't let me see the settlement sites in this area until I unlock it, so I won't worry about that just yet. All right, I'm pretty close to getting there. I just need 1,050,000, then I can unlock this territory. I sped it up a little bit. I usually hate doing that, but since I'm really just waiting for money at this point. All right, so we got that. I'm just going to do a quick check. Oh, I do have a bond available, so I'm going to take it out just so that I can build as fast as I can. All right. I think it's going to be like that. Let's see here. Now we have to hook it up to our main rail system. It's going to be expensive, but all right, how does that look? Let's see, that's coming back. Is that right? That is right. It's going to cost me 655,000. There's a big tunnel right there. Actually, it's not letting me. Huh. Okay. Now I can build it. Let's get this one hooked up. I don't even know what I'm going to do here for now. Maybe I don't even run anything. I'm not really sure just yet. Alright, so now it's really established those 5 towns. So we already have the one that we've set up north of Orange in Dubbo. So let's go ahead and get Dubbo set up. Alright, so Dubbo is gonna need, well, first of all, I'm gonna hook him up to Orange. But I am gonna do it in a separate line. So we're gonna pull this one out. And pull it around here like that. Alright, so we got that going. This way I can run a train. Is that a better one? Yeah, I guess it is. From Thomas Clearing up to Dubbo. We'll make sure it's full cars. We've got that. Alright, now we do have a wheat right here, so I'm going to hook up a wheat directly. But I am going to need to find a beer line. Of course it's going to be full of tunnels. Let's get rid of those tunnels. That's much better, and it's not really that much. It's not really that problematic. Now I'm gonna need beer. I gotta figure out where the beer is gonna come from. All right, let's get this situated. I'm just gonna run one line again. signals in. Alright, there to Dubbo. Full cars. So we've got wood going, we've got wheat going. Now we do have, you know, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to expand the station. I'm going to run this one down, connect it to Newcastle. Oh, except I'm not going to run so many tunnels. Do it like that, get rid of that tunnel. Oh, it did not like that. There we go. Okay, that is more reasonable. I'll even run a double line up to that. And you'll see why I'm going to do this in a second. I'm also going to run a line up and around so that it that way it can bypass. Oh, I've run out of money. That happens. Alright, let's get our signals on there. Okay, this is so that I can now run a train from our fishery up to Dubbo. Make sure I've got the orange line correctly. Yep, looks good. And there we go. Full. I'll just do one train. It's short enough. It'll be able to do, because at 8 cars it'll only need 2 to meet the demand for Dubbo. All right, so now I've got to get beer. Who has beer? Newcastle, you don't have beer. You have, what is that? Oh, tailoring. But Port Macquarie, you do have beer. But you know, so this beer is actually just taking beer up to warehouse 1. I am going to change that. Nope. Alright, we are going to change that to go to Dubbo. And it's going to be warehouse 2. Okay, full car, and then Dubbo, it's going to be nothing. So warehouse 2, beer 8. Okay. No, I don't want you to be empty. Alright, we're going to delete that, because I don't want to wait for it. There, to Dubbo, full of beer. Alright, now how did they get so full of beer so fast? Alright, I'm going to slow that down. Alright, I don't want to keep building, you know, because I really do need to set up these other established new towns. So this one is doing well. Let's unlock another settlement. There's one up here. Bricks, wheat, and wood. Not necessarily feeling that one. iron, wheat. I don't know if I'm feeling that or not. All right. This one, vegetables. That one's got the sugar. One's got wheat. Now, part of me actually does want to pick one that's relatively close to things. So like this Akusha one, because I can get wheat, I can get wood, I can get beer, all pretty easily, as well as the fish. So I think we're going to establish our settlement there. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'll come back to it. Just want to check this one, see how this one's doing. So this has already got the wood. That means that the train that is coming back to the clearing is going to, it's not going to pick anything else up. So I want to go ahead and delete it. So we're going to delete it just to get it out of there. And also the wheat. So there's probably a train down here. Yep. So this is the one that was going to Dubbo. It's not going to have anything because Dubbo doesn't want any. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. All right. So we've got those two done. Now we should have a... Okay, so that empty fishery is going back. And then we do have this beer that is coming up. So Dubbo's actually coming along nicely. It needs one more seafood and then 2 trains of beer. So that one's actually doing fine. Let's go ahead and get our station set up in Akusha. Set it up just like that. Let's get this one hooked up. We're just going to take it straight up like that. All right, that one looks good. So let's get a train set up for it. Kelly Manor to Akusha. Make sure it's full. It's waiting for track clearance. That means that there's a train there, which is going to Melbourne. It'll fill up. It'll get out of there fast, so that's good. I want to make sure it's not blocking anything. Now this one, it is taking wood to Melbourne, but Melbourne apparently does not need it for the time being. Oops. That one's going to Walhalla. Let's see. Now I do have 2 trains that are taking wood to Melbourne. Then I've got 2 going to Walhalla. I think what I'm going to do, and I do have this wood over here. I'm not going to use that, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this station. And then I'm going to use this additional line to run it over to Echuca. That way it doesn't have to wait on the other train to get out of there. We'll go Ellen Chopping right over to Echuca. Full train. Now see, this way this is gonna build up really fast. Alright, so now I need to bring beer. Now I think Melbourne has beer, although they are a bit slow in producing beer. Let's see, who else is making beer that I can send? Oh, I hate to send it from way down here. This is going to be impossible. Alright, so here... What did we just... Oh, is that the beer we just delivered? Yeah. That was a... Alright, so the seafood is coming up. The beer is just now leaving. Okay. Now, Sydney does not make beer. Newcastle... Okay, we're going to have to take it from Melbourne, because otherwise it's just going to be too far. Arbory doesn't really have an option. It'll be fine. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Train, freight, Melbourne to... we're going to do that. It is going to take a while to load up, so what I'm going to do in the meantime is, let's see, probably this way. So I'm going to hook that over just like that. Oh, it's going to give me a hard time. Nope. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now that Melbourne beer train can go right through there. Now again, the problem is Melbourne is slow at getting beer. Although it does have 3 trains coming from Kelly Manor of wheat, but it's just a slow process. Melbourne's probably growing, and that's why they need all their... Now, let's see, they also need seafood, so let's get a seafood connection up. I felt like there was a seafood in one of these rivers, but I don't see it. So let's go down here. From the fisheries to... So it's gonna, I'm just looking to see the path it goes. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, so we've got that one going. Let's come back here and check on Dubbo. Dubbo's, the wooden wheat is good. The the fish train is very close, but it broke down. The other train is on its way back to the warehouse to pick up a second load of beer. So actually, once this fish train though gets up there, once that fish train gets up here, it'll actually finish delivering all of the seafood, and I can go ahead and delete that train. So we'll give it a minute. Because I do have on this other one, I have everything that I need here. Matter of fact, I've already got the wheat and the wood, so I don't need to worry about that one. That's all right. So this one is not going to load, so I need to delete that train because it's just blocking the path. All right, and we got the first beer into Echuca, so that's good. So they've got beer. Their first seafood is on its way as well. Let's go back down here. Now this one, probably the fisheries one. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and delete that, because Dubbo has all the fish. It just needs one more beer and it'll be ready to go. And that last beer is, it's probably on its way. Let's take a look at the track. There it is. It still hasn't even made it back to the warehouse, but we still have plenty of time. With that, since this video's gone long, I'll go ahead and stop it there. I will keep working on getting these cities. Let's take it to establish 5 more towns. So I've got the 2 going. I'll get another 3 going. So once I get close to finishing that task, I'll start the next video, and you can see what our next set of tasks are, and we'll hit those. So until next time.